What's up, guys? My name is Tony Marco, and today we're going to be talking about Live 11's new devices. Last week we did a video on Ableton Live's new features pertaining to workflow, so today I figured I'd do the new devices. We're just going to go through some practical use cases and maybe some sound design, just overall have fun with them. If you're new around here, please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. Yeah, let's get into it. All right. So first off, we're gonna just jump into this beat I've already made, and this is my second time recording this, so a lot of this has already been done already. I'm still gonna walk you through it anyways. Just gonna show you what I did and everything. First, I wanted to create something from this. Kind of like a build up, but let's listen to it with this Spectral resonator. That's the first one on my list. That's over in audio effects, reverb and resonance. They now have these little folders. So it's over here in Spectral resonator, and I actually use the wandering reso preset, but I turned the transposition down to -12. Let's hear what that sounds like. As you can see, I crank it up here and then I drop it off. So it's just adding harmonics. I turned the unison. I think the preset was already up at 8, but I did turn the amount up a little bit, and then I turned it to MIDI mode and followed the MIDI coming into the surge. You can actually assign anything that has MIDI coming out, but I did it to the surge. And then I also put a hybrid reverb on. This right here is a sample I just dragged in from my bank over here. I think it was in my drill samples. So I took this sample, just dragged it in here, and it creates a reverb based on the impulse response. So let's hear what this sounds like. This too, I also have coming up and then falling off. So yeah, that's a practical use cases for these two plugins. The Spectral resonator and the hybrid reverb. The hybrid reverb is pretty cool because it's a convolution reverb and a algorithmic reverb, and you can blend the two. I have this one on parallel, but they have different signal chains you can mess with there. So yeah, there's that spectral reverb or spectral resonator and hybrid reverb to create that nice transition effect. All right, I'm gonna jump on over to the pitch loop 89. It's actually based on a old school delay pitch shifter. So I actually just put a envelope shaper right on it, and I switched between two different snapshots here. Let's just listen to the drum beat. So right there, I just have the position changing, and there's a reverse, like I'm saying reverb. There's a reverse button right here that I'm turning on when I shorten the position right here, and it's adding is reversing the kick. So that's that's another use case you can use for that. Pitch loop 89. I think I might have some fun with this, doing like glitch effects and stuff. A lot of these things are in milliseconds. It doesn't really give you like beats, but if you get something like a delay time calculator, you can just punch those numbers in. You can find like note lengths and stuff, kind of get it around where it would be musically. So they did update a few plugins like the chorus, the flanger, and the redux. I think the redux is my favorite right now. Just listen to this 808. So you can, soften it more than usual. You can crank that up. But I like having a little subtle bit reduction going on. So I think that sounds pretty good. I think that was a much needed update. I think those are some good practical use cases for those specific plugins. But the next few plugins I think are really good for just sound designing in general and making your own instruments from scratch. So let's get into those. All right, so these next plugins are, I'm just going to consider experimental. And I think with that, you just experiment, just make sounds. Right here, I used tree tone and spectral time to create some weird American Horror Stories sound here. I think it sounds pretty cool. And I just, was just playing around. There's videos out there on like what each one of these knobs do. But really, what's that mean when it comes to these experimental things? Spectral time isn't necessarily experimental. That's it's kind of like a resonator already in here, kind of like the corpus, I think. But it makes this sound good. I mean, that just sounds like, a bed of music that would go in a movie or something. So I did record it in here, and then I added a vector delay that made it even more American Horror Story sounding. Just mess around, speed it up. Change the direction of where these little balls are going. You'll see they'll follow like the little arrows. So yeah, there's those experimental plugins. That's pretty fun. So really, I'm not even gonna pretend like I know how to use the vector plugins. They're weird. I like tree tone. Let's see what Emit does. We can add our own little loop up in there. And let's see. That's pretty cool. My CPU is going crazy with that. And it's really just because I'm also recording this, so that's why it has to be a certain way. But hopefully you're not hearing all the pops. That's pretty cool, though. So you get all kinds of textures and stuff out of there. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not going to act like I know how to use all these vector plugins or any of these plugins at that. There's, terminology that you learn, you pick up along the way. But that's fucking cool, man. I like that. Let's hear what this sounds like all together. This mess. That's fire. So yeah, that was just the juggler preset, and I just dragged in a sample. Let's see what this one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My mouse is messing up, guys. Don't worry, I got a new one coming in. Let's see. I mean, that just possibilities are endless. That's crazy. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're going to add an LFO to that thing. I'm gonna slow it down. We're gonna map it to this start. If it'll do it. Let's That's freaking cool. Ooh, and it's reversing. Oh man. Do I have a saw in here? Why isn't there a saw wave? Alright, we might have to use the shaper for that, but oh, that's cool. Sorry. Can't I? Oh, like I said, this mouse is bugging. And we'll turn that to 8 bars. Let's map that. What? What? That's dope. Yeah. You should never get a copyright strike again for using splice loops, because just throw it up in there and wow. Oh. Yeah. Experimental plugins are for experimenting and finding new things. That's where I'm gonna end that. We went through a lot of them. I hope I got them all. I don't know if we went over Emit. Let's check that out. No, that's what that was. That's what this is, Emit. So that was that's gonna be the new favorite one. We tried bouncy notes, but we weren't really getting it to work with Vector FM. And like I said, I don't really know Vector FM. I mean, the only FM synthesis I do is with the modular synth over here and Serum. But other than that, this Vector FM, I don't really understand. Some of the terminology in this in these plugins are a little abnormal, a little out there. Like I don't know what a tractor and flow field is, magnetism, but the cool thing is, if you go into if you go to view, help, you can come up in here, and if you got any questions, you can always look up in here. I guess Vector FM would be part of the packs. Inspired by nature. Vector devices. Vector FM. I mean, yeah, we knew that. Yeah. There you go. Here. So, yeah. I guess I'll learn more about that one. I probably won't use that at all, to be honest. But that Emit, that was pretty cool. Tree tone's pretty cool. Vector grain, I don't know. But yeah, those were the Vector plugins. So yeah, there you have it. We went through some of those stock plugins that are going to be really helpful for a lot of the, just bells and whistles when it comes to making things bigger. And you saw that I just made a simple build up using those. The Vector plugins are weird. They're experimental. We just experimented with some. I probably won't ever use Vector FM. Emit is super cool. Like, I like that one. But yeah, there you have it. There are some of those plugins, some simple use cases. So make sure you like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Yeah. Peace out.